True. Very true.
And we need some encouragement through endeavor, through failure, and through danger to know, to go on. This is what the writer says. Hear my prayer, Lord. And I want you to open your ears to a supplication. I want you to preserve my life from my enemies.
Have mercy. Yes.
The Bible tells us that this busy adversary, he desires to sift God's people as wheat bud, to steal our joy, to kill our hope, and to destroy our future. But I want you to know that there is a God on high. Where do you think Jacob got his strength from? The Bible tells us when Jesus was baptized, he decided to separate himself from everyone. In the book of John chapter 4, as a matter of fact, Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. The Bible says the Spirit of God led Jesus out into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. So Jesus began a journey of healing, a journey of strength, a journey to draw closer to God, even though he himself was born. When David says, hear my prayer, how else? Hear my voice, O God, through my prayer. How else do you want God to hear your voice? How else do you want to have a communication and a relationship with God? You must be able to pray right. The writer says, prayer is the soul's sincerity.
I want to express.
It is a motion
Of a hidden
fire
fire.
that trembles in the breast. I want you to know we are not here forever enough.
No.
A time will come by when God will call us from time into eternity. And if we don't know how to pray, which that will be, the writer says, prayer is the Christian's vital breath. It is the Christian's native here. Which word?
Gates of death.
Lord have mercy.
You'll enter heaven by prayer.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
Proclaims the liar. Jacob saw, and it makes every cloud withdraw. It gives exercise to faith and to love, and it brings the blessing from above. You think Jacob get a blessing easy?
No.
Go on, son. Go on.
The
Go on.
Bible says that when he watched him, he saw angels descending and ascending from the. The Bible said he must have wrestled with the angel boy because he was on guard, knowing that he was going back to his brother.
Yes.
Enemy.
Go ahead. Yeah, go on. Go on. Go on, son. Go on.
Lucifer, the devil, he was part of God's people. He was there.
Yes.
And the enemy came from within. I want you to know that there's an enemy lying with you.
Go on, son. Yeah.
When we say peace and safety, sudden destruction. So Jacob was in a journey, but while he was on this journey, he had on his guard. But some of us are journeying without our guard. We leave the garments home.
Go on. Go ahead.
We leave the armor home. So every single blow that passes, we catch it.
Come on. Go ahead.
And then we wonder what is wrong with us or what is going on. You need to pray.
Oh, yes. Yes, Lord.
Say it again.
Sometimes we just arm ourselves, but that is not only what we need. That is why the writer called out to God, arm me with jealous care.
Then I start to live.
Lord, I serve and Lord, a strict
Strict account.
True. Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah.
Rich man found himself in hell. Yeah, he called out to Father Abraham. Send somebody, send Lazarus. Don't come down here, you know. All right, he says, not like that, you know. They have the preachers on them. They have the prophets, and if they're not able to hear them.
They will never hear if one come from the dead.
Must see.
Go ahead.
Must see.
So Jacob journeyed. More minutes are saved. His name is Christian, but Jacob marching, going back. But he was God because as a human being, he felt sleepy. So while he was sleeping, he don't know what time the enemy was going to strike him up. So he was on guard. So when he saw the angels, he hold on one. The Bible says that they toy and they wrestle and they fight. And when the angel realized that the day about to break, it's time to go back home. He said, let me go. This is what the Bible says until you bless me.
Until you bless me.
You believe in hearing them?
Not at all. Not at all.
I need a blessing because my heart is stricken with grief and fear. I went back to my brother, boy. The man desired to kill me. I don't take him out right now.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't fight the enemy just so.
No.
All right. Peter thought he was a big boy, you know. Pulling out sword and thing, you know. Jesus had to put him in his place. Peter,
Yeah.
you ain't know what's going on here, but you're out of your league. You can't fight it with your sword.
Must see. Must see.
It feel easy to give thanks, to enjoy all those things. God wants perfect soldiers.
Woo.
To be able to fight God. And stand in the gap for somebody. That is what God calls us to. Because someone would need your shoulder to hold on to.
Yes.
But if you are weak when you're supposed to be strong, then both of you will be a burden.
True.
That's good. Yeah. Right, because I love this so much. Yeah. I love it all why?
High supplication.
Because he has been kind, he said unto me. Therefore, when I call upon him,
As long as
as
I
long as I live, and here comes the Christian part now. The Bible tells us that when Jacob was wrestling with the angel, he told him, what's his name? Jacob? From this time forth, you shall be no longer Jacob, but Israel, and strive, and war, and longing. That belongs to Christian people, you know.
Oh Jesus.
That is why the righteous says, many are the afflictions of the righteous. Because you desire to be righteous, the enemy has come against you.
Yes.
That's why you remind me, this is where we get memories. You were once in a mountain world. And you walk after the precepts of the word, and things that you were taught. It is in your nature. That is why David said, I was born in sin, and I was shapen in iniquity. And because I was born in sin and shapen in iniquity, I have a certain walk and a certain conversation. Even though my parents would teach me some things pertaining to the word of God, it is in my nature to sin.
Must see.
Here comes the blessing that we fighting and we striving for.
Must be born again.
And thank God for the hymn writer. He recognized that he needs a new nature. So he called out to God, thy nature gracious not in God.
Come quickly.
Come quickly from above.
Come quickly from above. I want you to write your new name upon my heart.
In the name of love.
Best name of love.
That's the name of God. So then your heart begins to change.
Yes.
Over our heart We need a new heart, man.
Yes.
Praise our God. A heart from sin set free. Why did I love you, Lord? Because most of my voice when I call on to him. He inclined his ear unto me. Therefore, when I call upon him, as long as I live, the sounds of that compassion, oh God, and the pain of hell that pull upon me. What did I find? I didn't find my brother. I didn't find my sister. I didn't find my friend. I didn't find peace. I found trouble and sorrow. And when I found that, I realized I need to call upon him. Tell Lord for a blessing. I'll tell you something. If you need it for a blessing, you've been fighting for years and for years. The devil will get a blessing. All that fighting. They need nothing. The pastor always tells us, say to live the greater part of the years, doing what God intends for you to do. And in the last moment, you spend track.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Jesus had a plan in heaven for me and you. We just sing that boy, but they don't have no ground in heaven for those that believe in him. That is why the writer says, but the Bible tells us in the book of Matthew. As I'm about to close, I want to warn Christian people. It's not easy enough.
You have to fight for that blessing.
Fight for your blessing. The writer tells us when the scribes and the Pharisees and the people that were around heard what Jesus said, I'm about to break my body and take it to me. I'm about to shed blood and give it to you. They couldn't understand what Jesus was saying. And the Bible tells us that they turned, and many of them that were there, they turned and they walked out. And they left from following Jesus. So the writer says, when they turned from Zion's gate, alas,
What numbers do? The things we hear. I say those things.
When you recognize that Jesus is a leader, this guy right now, such a heart as well. That's a holy trust. That was shall be well.
And prove right them at last.
I wish ask a question, sir.
If I.
I will also do.
Yes, Lord.
Lord,
Relying on your word.
who put on some Lord this evening? We will follow Jesus to the end, through endeavor, through failure, through danger. I want to inform you, we just run to this one and that one, but the help of men and angels
Could not help me reach my teeth.
Yes.
I want to stand before you, the strength of my Lord. Not in the not by my own way. My Lord, I pray to encourage you. You will be encouraged. I want you to know that when you think you are alone, you're not alone. All of you just sing together, boy. We are supporting one another. That is why the writer says, through the night of doubt and sorrow, onward goes the pilgrim band. They're singing songs of expectation while marching to the promised land. So why we sing from the gas of love? Time will come when we will sing and use it.
That's right.
Angel Jacob Russell can't sing that song, because he ain't no sort trouble and tribulation and desert, He don't know that,
No.
We have a privilege.
Sing a new song.
That song designed